Hello, welcome everybody to Battle Pirates Crib. We're going to talk about Pillage and anything else you all want to talk about. The link's on the right hand side in case you'd like to join. And I guess introduce who's here already. Magic Mike,
Hello. Hope everybody's doing well.
Kenny,
Hello, hello.
and Ben.
Hello, everyone.
So feel free to join. And I guess, I don't know, should we talk about Pillage now or go through a couple? Let's go through a couple things real quick. Let's go to the yeah, we talked about that, and just so everybody's aware, the Outpost and dock no longer basically instant repair automatically. So this could any damage to either one of them could significantly increase your upgrade times on either one. So
I know I
sad.
expressed my displeasure with that last time. I will again just express my displeasure with that. That was a good thing.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
What's, in your opinion, what motivated this?
Why did they do it originally? I
No,
think
why'd they fix it?
well, they did it intentionally. I think to get people to join Bounty, but it applied to everybody. I think it was a way to address the concerns that some people may not, by giving that extra week, to address concerns that people have that even people that had the prerequisites for Outpost 12 might not have the dock weight by the time the last raid in the cycle ran around. So by doing this, they gave everybody a straight week of builds that was uninterrupted. And they're going to do another one, I assume, with the next bounty. So it'll be 2 weeks. So maybe they did some calculations that basically, if you had the prerequisites done, you should have Outpost and Outpost 12 and Dock 16 by the time the next raid hits, or the second raid in the cycle, the last raid in the cycle. That's my guess. I don't have any.
But why would they mess with repair settings?
Why? What do you mean? Why did they do it? Why did it? I mean,
yeah.
I guess because people coin these things back, or I don't know. I mean, I think a lot of people would like to see the dock instantly repair all the time.
Yeah. I wonder if I was just thinking out loud, I guess. Like if your dock is down and you're not a coiner of that type, and you just log off for 2 hours and you go away and do something else, do they make money just have people playing the game even if they're not coining? I guess this is kind of a rhetorical question. Versus like just logging off and going away, are they losing any money? So you started to answer.
I don't know. I know they like to have metrics like engagement time and things like that. I only play in Facebook, and you will see advertisements for other things to the side to a degree.
Yep, me too. Facebook.
And so I don't know if they make any money from that. So I don't know why the engagement stat would be important to them.
I was just hoping that it wasn't just, hey, we were going to coin this to get their stuff done. That just a pure coin motivation again.
Yeah.
If it's that,
it's just a 2-hour break. Screw it. Let's go away and do something else for 2 hours.
Yeah, I don't. There was a couple of questions in there. I'm not sure I answered any of them.
Well, there's probably don't really an answer. I just don't have the motivation.
Answer, right?
Alrighty. Let's see what's next. Right. All right. Again, next week is the raid. And then we have a, yada, yada. We talked about this on Wednesday. no surprises mixed in here. And let's click to the next slide. I haven't read these yet because they came up right before the show. And this is 9. Okay, I really hate the strategy guide. Is the briefing and strategy guide comes out on the day before, and contains info on the Punisher, the Atomic Punisher, the Trencher Conqueror ship, and new heavy weapons and more. I don't. I'm assuming the target is what they're talking about, and the new heavy weapons, the drag DR4 launcher, and they also made it plural, even though she told me there was one and it was a launcher. So, yeah, I find this a little bit confusing at this point because we're going to get new information on both the Punisher and the flag. We own them. I don't know. Anybody have any guesses what's going on there?
Not a clue.
Okay. And chat's been very quiet, unless something's broken here. No.
Yeah, I got it on the side here. I don't see anything going on there. Refresh it.
Okay. Well, this could be a short show if nobody wants to join. And I don't know. So I guess there's a lot of questions here, but I don't think anybody has any answers as far as what new information we're going to get on our ships. So maybe how to build them. I don't know, but that's one of the reasons I'm basically slow building a lot of this. I did get my Atomic Punisher out. Okay. I did get my Atomic Punisher out by using 1 week's worth of FM tokens, and I haven't done this week's. But I'm planning to do a lot of slow building into the point in time that the strategy guide comes out, because a lot of people are very pro high evade builds, and we heard on Wednesday Derpy talking about that. I guess one of the GDs said that these really high evade builds aren't really going to pay off, or something to that effect. So I'm waiting. Besides the, because I know all the weapons are going to, all the launchers are going to go on, and I'm still not sure as far as what engine to put on my flag. But there's a lot of no-brainers in there, and leave my tokens for once I have some information on this. And just I'm gonna have full dock weight, but so I can throw things on like armor and all the weapons and things like that prior, and just keep my tokens and hope we know more once the raid actually starts. But it's pretty frustrating when they show us one thing in the VXP target and act like that's not the way it's going to be. So I'm sort of I'm slow building at this point in time and just saving tokens until I have more information to work with.
That's basically what I'm doing.
Me too.
Not me.
You already got yours completed, and
well, I don't. I
X1?
didn't even read the cool strategy of leaving weapons off and armor off to have 4 ships and stuff. I've got 2 scheduled to be built, fully built and ready to go, and I'm hoping that's going to work.
I see.
So I'm going to be the counterexample again.
Yeah. When you're out trying to get an extra 2 weeks on your cruise, you missed out on some things, I guess. Yeah. So, okay. Well, I guess if we're done with that one, any prize list? No. We won't see any prize lists until Tuesday the 10th. So 4 days from now. Okay. Yeah, we can go to the next one. You know, we had this before. We talked about it. Just word of wisdom that I assume that 24-hour. Well, it's to get the 24-hour right upgrade token for a lot of people, but they're. But at this point, I don't know how useful that is. And then the next one is for a lot of people. I mean, people trying to catch up. This is really important. And then the next TLC is the structure build token, and this goes in the pocket of the pack of 2. So instead of 200. Hey, Kill,
Hey,
how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Okay. How's Pillage treating you?
Pillage is okay, but I'm not gonna have my dock in time, so yeah.
And they say they're going to adjust the targets accordingly, but yeah, what does that really mean? You know,
Seems like we've heard that kind of talk before.
Well, and the worst part is there's a lot of people that are going to have 4 or 5, and they're not going to give up their coin. So it's going to be a have and have not, no matter what, I think.
yeah, it's and it's. I don't think it sets a great precedent, because people that like to be leaderboard competitive in the raids. That didn't save. The reason I'm going to have Doc 16 is there was a campaign called Choke Point Elite that they ran about 3.5 years ago, and it gave out 7-day tokens. And I was able to get things sped up with having those 7-day tokens. So, but a lot of people, if you didn't have that available and you like to be like one of the leaderboard leaders, on the leaderboard, the global leaderboard, you're not going to do it with, half the dock weight. It's just not going to happen.
Well, to me, that's one thing I never did get. Why do so many people get so many points on the leaderboard? Points they can't use. I mean,
sometimes it's useful. Like if you look at this current pillage, let's see if I have it. I don't usually. You're getting a lot of tokens. I don't have it in front of me right now, and I usually don't put the leaderboard in the slides just because I don't want to encourage it. But they're getting upgrade tokens both for the flag and the normal Punisher. And so that's, just so you know, everybody is getting at least one that participates, but some people are getting, I don't want to misquote the numbers, but and I don't have it in front of me, but I think, like the person that comes in first is, maybe 24 and 10 or somewhere in that area, but I don't want to quote an exact number because I don't have those available. So that's one of the reasons a lot of people do that. Does that make sense to you?
It's probably pride more than anything else.
Well, to me, wouldn't it make more sense if they just put all the tokens where everybody could get them, and they would make more money?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Is it true if you start to upgrade your dock, you can't repair your fleets? No, that is not true. The only thing that really causes a big interruption is if which is not happening, at least from what we've been told and what we've seen so far, is there's no shipyard upgrade. And so that interrupts ship builds. But no, your dock will function just as it did before. The only problem is if you look at your dock from your normal base view, the little bar that's above it is how far it is from being built, as opposed to how far you are from being repaired. That's the only real downside. So, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just wanted to jump in with that. They could have paid for them out of their costs. Some people, I think Snoopy's there talking about some of the leaderboards. Some of the people on the leaderboard. Some people, lost played 18 hours at a time, and but a lot of them, you do see that. Like in this example, I'll just see people that they'll add 100,000 points at a time, and in Pillage, and so yeah, those people that are blitzing it would probably be better off just spending coins on the tokens they may win.
Yeah, they would, but hey, thank them. Thank them.
Yeah, yep. So
they make the game.
Let's get to so we have the Pillage splash screen. There we go. Since we're talking about Pillage.
Now, before we move past that, I'm curious, did anybody in the show actually literally do that without coin? I know Aussie was really successful at it, but I've not seen anybody, at least in the sector, successfully do that TLC without coining repairs.
Oh, you're talking about the PvP one.
Yeah. Well, the slide that just went on.
Yeah, I don't. I have not tried it.
You didn't try it?
I haven't tried it. No.
I started it, and then I cried.
I see.
Yeah, it's just as hard as last time.
It was pure havoc.
Well, not for me. I went through it, and then I just had to repair my fleet for about 2 hours. So.
Yeah, I can't do it with the chips I've got anyway.
Yeah, Scott, tips for lower level players for the raid. Yeah, you're going to have both Riot. You're both going to have both Punisher and Riot targets. And Kel, could you mute yourself when you're vaping?
Oh, sure.
It's pretty loud. Okay. You're going to have both the Punisher and the Riot targets available. And lower level, I don't know if that means you have Riots or you just don't have all the tech for the Punisher or what. So, yeah. And it appears that Snoopy is a Great White fan. He's talking, if anybody remembers the Great White and the song. I guess not a lot of
the ones forbidden.
80s, early 90s metal fans here. So, okay.
It's a good song.
Okay. Alrighty. But as far as the leaderboard, I mean, right now, I haven't spent any coins on any repairs or anything else, and I'll at least be getting, I think, the 3 days if I keep up. If I increase my pace, probably more, but I'm not near the top. Because I've found Pillage itself to be pretty easy as far as getting points.
Yeah, it's pretty easy this
What, Ben?
Pillage. It's pretty easy.
Yeah.
On my alt, I have the Kickside Pegasus, I believe it was. I think they took it out. Or a very poorly built.
Did we have Kickside Pegasus? I guess we do. I just have, because some of those things I immediately put in storage, so I don't confuse them with.
No, it was a poorly built fleet. That's right.
Okay, all right. Well, there could have been. But like I said, I immediately put them in storage just so I don't mess them. Accidentally put them in my fleets. So,
anyways, it has the regular missile on it, not the limited one,
Okay.
and they're all U0.
Mm-hmm.
And with the right driving, I'm taking about 25 to 30 minutes damage with the fleet.
Okay.
Um, but it's almost all the lead ship.
Yeah.
So it can be done. It's just slow go.
Yeah. 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 And it's not awful. I mean, I guess if it's probably 20 of those minutes are on the flag itself, and then you get the 5, so it's 15 minutes in between targets, pretty much. We're close to it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And then the free Praetorian fleet that Kixeye gave everyone last week or whatever.
Yeah.
They can do the target. And again, it's going to require seat time.
Mm-hmm.
You can in and out on the 128, the Praetorian target,
Mm-hmm.
and have basically in-base repair each time.
Okay.
Instant repair with the free fleet, no changes.
Okay. That's cool. Have you tried? There's no hit down penalty in the what is it? Let's go to the next slide, so I don't get the wrong number. There's no hit down penalty in the 67. Have you tried to hit that with your with the Kixeye Praetorians?
No, I have not.
Okay, because I'm just wondering if that's.
Will they let you take it in there?
There's I assume so, because there's a
Because it's
down
Garrison.
penalty on the 68 for taking anything tier 8.5 and above.
Yeah.
For the assault one. So
That's a Garrison target. It probably will.
yeah. So I was just wondering if you take a look at it. Oh, okay. Oh, Snoopy's doing some research on Once Bitten, Twice Shy, and okay. Yeah. I didn't realize it was an older song from Mike and Snoopy's generation.
Peacekeeper 505 is saying they don't allow the Praetorians in.
Huh.
What
Okay.
a shame.
Well, it's just misleading. If
Not surprising, though.
well, but it's misleading. I'm going to pull it back, but it's misleading. Is you can hit the level 68 target will be subject to a 0.5 hit down multiplier for anything tier 8.5 and above. Okay, the Praetorians, what is tier 8? 8.0? 8? No?
Tier 8.
Yeah, tier 8. No, but there's no mention of that. You just can't even bring them in. That's because they just don't want you to bring. That's really, if that's true, and I believe it to be, it's really badly communicated here.
You cannot hit the 67 at all. I just tried.
Okay, yeah, that would have been good information for people, because the 8.5 and above assault is just the Pegasus, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's poorly communicated. So, yeah, I've been I haven't hit the 67 because the 128's been around for a long time, and I don't, they take about 20 minutes of damage across the fleet on the 128, and I tend to, personally, my strategy is I hit the 129 during the day, and pretty close to not instant dock repair, but it's it's not that long between me getting my ship back out there, and then I will just wear down my Praetorian fleet that night to match up everything else, and take
The same
20
thing. The same thing on that. You can hit a lot of 128s with a Praetorian fleet, especially if you switch out the. I finally figured out how to do that again. But if you switch out your tank, it'll hit a lot of targets.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
I think I stacked up 30 of them last night.
Yeah. Especially, I would prioritize your the ones that are at least at U2, so you get the extra survival in them. So, alrighty. I don't know. What else should we be? What else should we be talking about?
Well,
Kill, Judge Steele. Any ideas? Or anybody else, but
well, I'd like to say happy birthday to Lady Cat.
Okay. Is it today?
Yeah, that's right. We should. She's not
okay.
here, but
Okay. Yeah, for some reason I thought it was tomorrow, but I guess I got that one wrong.
it's today. Yep. Happy birthday, Lady Cat.
Happy birthday.
21 forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Time is time, right? So spending tokens or saving tokens, is it a toss up? What? At this point right now.
Yes.
So hurry up and get ships built, or wait and do them later.
I mean, I think both Kenny. I know Kenny definitely knows my answer on this one, and maybe Ben.
I think it's a wait and see.
Well,
I've watched
what
the
do you expect me to say there, Kenny?
I've watched the show enough times.
Yeah.
Hang
'Cause
on.
His answer was when you watch the show, is what I think. Because I was discussing that earlier, that basically I'm slow building everything until I see at least the strategy guide or anything like that, so that we have a better direction on how to build on the Punishers. Yeah.
I am too. The reason. Oh, never mind. Okay.
Oh, good. That's
Well, there was nobody in the side earlier when we were talking about it, so I just wanted to bring it up again.
Okay. All right.
In case, because that's the way I've been going.
Yeah. Because we don't really know that much. So, and I really wish they would start releasing the strategy guide way earlier. I think it leads to a lot of frustration with people, and I can imagine that this strategy guide is going to be potentially a little bit more complicated, based on the fact that some part of the player base is going to have fleets built on 200,000 tons, and some of them have them built on 400,000 tons.
Yeah.
And there's probably very different things that those players are going to be doing. The people that have Doc 15 are going to be relying more on raw damage, building damage, and multi-shot, while the people that are higher are still going to be relying on multi-shot and but relying more on the shockwave, potentially. But we haven't really seen the targets. Oops, wrong one. Yeah, 252 on the 128 with the. Alpha, you don't want to run them stacked. I don't know, Ben. We've done this a bunch of times. Alpha, have you watched the show as far as using the waypoints and how to hit the 128? with Praetorians, because that's going to save you a lot of damage right there. Is using the waypoints and not running them stacked. So, so yeah, let us know, Alpha, and we'll maybe Ben or Mike or somebody can hit one of those targets, and you can get an idea. But we look at a lot, show from a month ago, the month before that. Okay. All right. So you do. So you don't need to see it. So okay.
But that's a lot of damage for that.
Well, he's running them stacked too. So.
Oh, I thought he was running.
Yeah. With the kit
Do
fleet.
lead with flag. Okay. Very well.
Yeah, Ren's running them stacked for 45 minutes. I don't know. I take less than half that damage and just set them up as with waypoints. So, do you just want to see somebody, Ben or Mike? Are you up for doing it? I don't.
I can do one. You'd have to take me off present. I don't need any more. But
Ben,
I will do it.
I can do it with the free ones, and
it's more. I think about M. Strady he just wants to see how it's done.
Yeah.
So it doesn't.
Ben, I don't work well under pressure.
Okay.
Let me get set up to do it.
Plus, I'm sharing the screen too. So.
Yeah, it's all good.
I'll do it with my regular ones then.
Yeah. It's fine with either one is fine. It's just more of if you just walk him through, and if he'll be able to see where you're clicking and hitting shift and pointing, and creating waypoints along the way to ensure even spacing between the flag and the rest of your Praetorians throughout.
Yeah. See, I can't do the waypoints.
Oh, okay. Well, I think that's more what. Okay.
But the way I drive, my fleet generally stays the same distance apart.
Okay.
I'm pretty good at that. So,
Ren thinks it's too much work to drive the tank ahead. If you don't do the waypoints, maybe we'll have Mike do it, because there's a lot of people.
Yeah, do waypoints. It's just like autoing.
Yeah. That's why I'm a little bit confused, but yeah. So
I'll do it if you just might. You got to take me off.
Okay, I'll take you off the screen share, and
hopefully I don't have any bad things on my screen. Everything will be cool.
Yeah, because I actually find it easier than driving. I mean, I do the first about, at least the way I do it, I drive about the first 15 seconds of the target, set up waypoints, and then I come back and it's done. So we'll see if Mike is still doing it in a similar,
refreshing my screen.
Okay, a similar manner that I'm doing it.
It's probably not yeah, I guess it will be similar.
Yeah, because I'm not sure. I haven't watched you do it in quite a while, so I find it to be a simpler.
I had good luck last night. Let's see what happens today.
Yeah, because like right now on the one, both of them are, I think, targets are easy to drive. The 129s, I basically stay where I am, put my flag out this is for the War Pegasus. I put that outside. The only driving I do is putting about a boat length away from the rest of my ships, and then I just adjust that the War Pegasus so that the bat wing is facing the incoming ships.
Whoa! Wait a minute. What? We're going to do the Praetorian target?
No, I'm trying to explain it now. Just
okay. No. I'm sitting outside the target, so ready.
Yeah.
You say go.
Okay. All right. And then I auto it after I've killed the ships, and I'm getting about 12 to 15 minutes of damage. And once I break it down in the dock, it's about 4 minutes, 5 minutes, and the rest of it. And and I got about sit around for about 5 minutes waiting.
Yeah.
So,
All right. So Mike's doing the Praetorian target.
yeah,
Yep.
it's a little different
The way,
from me.
the way I do it, it's a little different probably than the way you do it, but this seems to work for me.
Okay, good. Yeah. See, at this point, he could walk
Just watching now.
beer, and
No, can't even make fun of me if I do. So I don't drink tonight.
okay, yeah.
Only if you have your second one.
No, I didn't drink tonight.
Okay. And your waypoints know it.
See that?
Yeah.
Pay attention and everything.
Yeah. But I just find this simpler than just straight driving. Even if stacked or not stacked, it's just at this point it's all automatic.
And terribly boring.
The flag could have probably been a little bit farther out.
Yeah.
Like try and get the back end of it just outside that ring. Voila. See what the damage is. So it took 7% pen,
Hmm.
8% explosive. 28 minutes.
Yeah.
So these 4 will be instant, and that one I'll probably have to wait 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 10 minutes maybe.
What are their upgrade levels?
I think they're all the way. Well, I have to wait a sec.
So I'm following pretty much the same
Remember?
path,
You couldn't
and
remember.
I'm taking 58 minutes damage on the same path.
I have a slightly different path, but it's I'm taking like 20
There you three.
20 to 23 E is about the about where I am with that.
There you three, and that's the build I have, which is probably not the greatest, probably not the worst.
And mine's I have like I recommended before. If you guys have a priority and don't have tokens driving you, I'm getting around, like I said, around 20 minutes. I have U3 on the flag, U1 on two of the Praetorians, and U2 on the other two. And I'm going to use the upcoming raid to try and bring the a third one up to maybe the rest of them up to U2. That's when I've been spending time to upgrade my Praetorians. I was so the Praetorian TLC that we had last week was easy enough, but I just couldn't. It drove me crazy how slow the ships were. I couldn't do it just to even get the upgrade tokens. So I'm just waiting for this upcoming raid, and I'll do it at that point because it's not like the only thing that we potentially are getting that I would want to keep my shipyard open for as far as siege would be the heavy weapon for the Punisher. But besides that, there's not much. So
Just FYI, there was 13 minutes wait time on the flag. Everything else was instant.
okay.
18 minutes total on the flag, but 13 minutes wait.
Okay. If you want to go on present and any other questions or
Are not still?
from chat or yeah. But Snoopy, give it a shot that way. It's not full auto, but it's it's pretty close to it. And like I said, I'm not at full fully upgraded either. I guess I'm probably halfway. 2 at 1, 2 at 2, and I guess a little bit less than halfway. And then 1 at the flag at U3.
I was doing them like that last night, and then about, I don't know, an hour and a half before I was going to go to bed, I just kept rotating the flag, and I stacked up 30 128s.
Yep.
And I've been hitting 129s all day. That's all I've been doing. And of course, they take a lot longer and to actually do the target, and then the wait time for a little bit of repair also, but all instant. I made a mistake and hit the wrong button and spent 2 coins in this raid or in this pillage so far.
I see.
I did that on Wednesday's show, actually, if you recall.
I watched the show.
Yeah. Well, I hit instant repair instead of recall.
Okay. All right. Anybody else have anything they want to show or say? Ben, do you want to hit the target? But I wanted to show everybody with waypoints because I think it's a lot easier for people to do, and it's very low stress. But why don't you like the waypoints?
I just can't set them right. My fat fingers don't work that good.
I could just hold the shift key down.
Yeah, like I said.
Okay. Well, I made mistakes too, a whole lot of them in the beginning because I got nervous, and sometimes if there's lag and what have you, you can get screwed up.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you have lag, but you have a new computer now, and I think you originally were learning this on your old computer, which was probably steam powered. So I would try it again with the waypoints and see if it works better for you. Hey TSM. We got a lot of people agreeing about the TLC associated with the Pegasus, and I'm glad this target is not as that you can auto most of the target. Is that what you're doing, Ben? As far as when you hit the 129, are you autoing most of it, or are you driving it all?
I kill the fleet and then I auto.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I do.
Right. I'm gonna do this 128 the way I normally would.
Okay.
And then later I'll work on waypoints.
Okay. Well, I need to get a beer, so you got to talk it up.
All right. Did you put me on present?
I don't know if you did.
I don't know.
We won't know.
Yeah, he did because you can see it in the show.
Okay, yep, you're on present.
Okay, here. Let me go to full screen here. What the heck? Like I said, I haven't used the waypoints. I use my up arrow and the right arrow a lot to do this. The majority of my damage will be on the flag.
Yep. By no means is this the perfect route or build. It's just what works for me. So, and I get really aggressive in this area, coming around that corner there. And I messed up. You are in a way doing waypoints, but in a different fashion.
Yeah.
You really are, because you're if you try and drive them that way, you almost can't.
Yeah,
So you are doing a Waypoint type of drive.
I just don't know why the waypoints mess me up so much. It could be the computer I had, which
Because you're selecting the 1 and then the 4, right? And dropping the 1.
I select the 1, hit the up arrow, point it where I want.
Yeah.
I hit the up arrow.
Yep.
Um,
Yep. That looked a lot like a Waypoint drive, except for that last turn.
Yeah. 26 minutes total. And I bet you almost all of that's on the flag.
Yeah, I think you did better than I did. I had 20, I had 30, a little over 30 minutes, I think, total.
Yeah. Oh, when it comes to prizes, one thing I would not pick up unless you have the leaderboard #1 spot is the radioactive battery, because you can get that from the weekly. Why spend the money?
Yep, you can.
The points if you're struggling to get them on that. 20 minutes, 48 seconds on the flag.
Okay, so almost I had like 18 and change on mine. Very close.
So
Yeah, so I'm going to put the link out there another time in case anybody else wants to. Oops, I guess I copied and pasted something else.
I'm going to stop sharing.
What?
I stopped my screen sharing.
Okay. Yeah, I switched over to the slides, but there's a link over here on the right-hand side. But yeah, I just wanted to show some people that I was surprised the number of times we did it to people that hadn't seen the Waypoint method, and it's like you said, you can walk away.
And Nathan's right. I used all 5 of my ships.
Yeah. The point of doing the waypoints is not to run them stacked. And again, like I said, I have 1 at U3. My flag's at U3. I have 2 at U1 and 2 at U2. The point of running them stacked is to keep the distance between the flag and the rest of the ships consistent throughout. So running waypoints and stacked isn't really the way to do it. Or it's defeating the purpose, at least the original purpose. So
And Nathan is right too. If you keep switching out your tank, you can go for a long time.
yeah. So I don't know. Anything else we should be talking about? We talked when Derpy was on Wednesday. He showed us the stats for the thrower. A lot of damage, not multi-shot, single salvo. So what's the one that's adds 10% combat speed, corrosive damage, and was it +3 for regular, +6 for heavy? Yeah, that's not gonna. I have that on some of my ships at this point because I was hoping that the heavy weapon was going to be multi-shot, but didn't get that payoff. Roaring barrels. So doesn't look as potentially as effective as it could have been if the heavy weapon was multi-shot. So, thanks, Cuttlefish. So, and the other thing that I learned by asking, is it Daniel that originally found that? Yeah, he said it was about with the way it was done with U3 Dragoons, I think, and it showed a build time of around 10 hours plus. I was hoping it was going to be free, and if you have to spend the research time to get to that, it would be nice if that was a free thing to put on, but I guess it's not. So just to, throw that out there, if you're having, I'm sure people will have it on during the first raid, but not for free. Yep, there he is. So, yep. So, anything else we should talk about? Okay.
No, I can't think of anything.
All right. Well, the link's on the right-hand side in case anybody wants to join. But it seems like we'll be quickly heading towards the after show as of I've personally run out of topics. I guess good night, everybody, and we will see you all on Wednesday. We'll be previewing the upcoming raids and the prizes. So, okay, Cuttlefish wants to know how many people on the panel feel ready for the raid. I think I'll feel ready for the raid about a day after it starts. I'm like I've said before, I've saved up my FM tokens, and I have, I think, 8 or 9 days of regular Punisher tokens, and I'm just slow building everything at this point. I have 4 plus, how many Punisher? I have 8 12-hour and 4 other upgrade tokens for the Punisher. So there's a lot of stuff I'm going to do fast, based on what we see. So
I'm not ready. I did put all the 4 of them up to U1 though for some reason.
Yeah,
Not sure why, but I did.
Good job on cutting your time down there, Strady.
so yeah, it does work. So yep, let it work for you. Excuse.
Yeah, I don't believe it.
Yeah, and that's the other reason I feel ready. Not that everybody else should feel, ready, but I'm going to have 400K, so it's, I feel like even if I fuck it up somehow, I'm still going to be okay with the extra firepower that I'll have.
Yeah.
I'm going to have all 5 ships.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to have 5 of the limited launchers on it, each one.
Okay.
To start the raid, and then I'll see what specials I need to throw on. I'm thinking, but they'll all be U2. Also, so I should be all right. Excuse me.
Yeah.
But I hope everyone else is ready too.
I could have the flag ready, but I think I'd be overweight because I put too many armors on them already. By mistake, not by mistake. I consciously did it, but didn't realize that the weight capacity. So I got 4 armors on each one. That's going to screw me up.
Oh yeah.
So I don't think I want to take them off. It'll be what it'll be.
Yeah, and the targets, the prizes that we know about so far aren't really prizes that are of high interest to you personally, Mike.
Good. I'm glad to hear that.
I mean, the heavy weapon you'll want, and then beyond that, I don't, I'm not sure that you want the newest Conqueror at any point, but
No, I have no interest in those.
So
I'm just wondering if armor's going to make a big difference on this raid. With the hull having so much base armor.
yeah.
I put them on. I'm not justifying anything, but the rationale was I put them on because I didn't know exactly. I had the specials that I was pretty sure of, but other ones that I wasn't sure of. So to keep the thing shipyard going, I threw armors on. And
Okay.
Probably shouldn't have done that, but I'm going to use the new engine.
Okay.
I'm debating on that one still.
Yeah. After I looked at some, on the Wednesday show, I was leaning towards putting a sync drive on my lead ship, and now that I've looked at it with my current build, the difference between the Scorcher and the V42 is only going to be 2 combat speed.
Yeah, it's not much.
Not much. So I may put that on. I'm thinking about putting that on my flag. So,
and then I don't have it on the screen, but I might be putting agility on. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's one of the ones I'm waiting on, is seeing if what we saw in the VXP targets lines up with what we see in the actual raid.
Did you cover BP next week?
Yeah. Why, you want to go back to it?
No.
Okay. Yeah. It was right at the. I was confused by that we're going to get new information on the Punisher and the flag. That has me either worried or I don't know what to think about that we're going to get. I don't know what they're going to do the day before the raid. That's going to
maybe more tech for it.
I guess so. Yeah. So I don't know. So, alrighty. Well, I think we sort of wound everything out. We've gone for the pre-allotted hour, or the expected hour, and I'm not sure what you're talking about. So we'll just end it there, and I'll put the link in one more time in case anybody wants to join the after show, and we will see you all on Wednesday. Later.
Bye, everyone.
See ya.
Bye, everyone.